Good morning, everybody. This is the St. John's Power Hour. This is our month of wellness, and I'm your host, Susan Damiani. I'm Director of Gift Planning. I cannot believe that we are coming to the end of our month-long workouts. It went so quickly, but it was lots of fun, and I'm so glad everybody was able to join us, and I hope you're feeling healthier at the end of the month. And I have to thank all of that to Josephine Alongi for agreeing to offer her services this month for the total body fitness. So since this is our last one, give it all you got, ladies and gentlemen that are on the call. So I'm going to turn it over to Josephine now. Thanks, Josephine.
Thank you. All right, hi guys. All right, like Susan said, I had a really nice time, and just do the best you can today. Some days we have good nights, we have bad nights, bad mornings, right? So let's try to all come together, try to put aside all the stuff that you're thinking about and just center on our workout. All right, so we're gonna warm up. All right, so we're gonna start. If I know a lot of you are trying to work on balance. So if you wanna stand up, you can, but if you wanna sit and do the same thing, I'm gonna show you the seated, just so you know. So if you want to start with, if you need to be seated, you're going to come up and you're going to be circling out from the hip flexor. We're going to do the same thing standing. So anything we do seated, we could do standing and vice versa, right? So you pick which one works best for you today, all right? Okay, so we're going to start circling with the bent knee. We're going out in circle. We want to have a nice time together. And, you know, I want to tell you something, girls. I was viewing one of my workouts, because you're allowed to view, right? That's the beauty of having this done this way for me. And then I saw things that I didn't like that I did. So if you want to view yourself, go and look on the video. Okay, one more. Good. All right, just shake it out. All right, because it reveals. Say, oh, I shouldn't be doing it that way. All right, Josephine said not to do it that way. All right, now we're going to lengthen our leg, point your toe, and let's circle out 1. Now remember, the opposite knee is what? It's soft, right? 3 and 4. Now you want to make a little softball circle, 5 and 6. Good, and shake it out. All right, now we're going to go the other way, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Good. All right. Okay. All right. So remember, you could sit and do all of this. Okay. So now we're going to cross over, long leg and out, and 2. So we're moving from the hip flexor, and 3. You need to place your toe on the floor. That's fine too. 5. Good. Just try to let your leg go just try to let it go. Don't be stiff. And 6. Good. All right, now we're going to go forward and back. All right? Okay, so and forward and back and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Great. All right, now the last, but not, you see that I'm kicking out in between because I'm feeling a little pressure on the other side. If you feel pressure, shake out, all right, on the other leg. All right, so now we're going to circle the ankle out, and 1 and 2. Now I'm putting my hands on my waist to try to work on some balance, and the other way, 1 and 2 and 3. Now, if you're working on balance, try to focus on something in your room, like a dot or the clock or something, so that you don't fall over. All right? I say focus on one thing, in line with your eyes, not up or down. Okay. All right. We got to go to the other side. We're going to warm up the other side. All right. Okay. All right. We started out with the hip, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. This is our warm up today, all right? And in, and 1 and 2. Good. Keep that core tight, girls. 3. Good. We're looking good. 4. Everybody, I can see those thighs lifting. And 6. Good. All right. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing with the straight leg. If you can, keep it bent if you can. And 1 and 2. Point that toe, stretch out the bones. And 4 and 5. We're here to feel better, right? And the other way, right? Mentally and physically. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Good. I always like to think of things as clubs, you know, where we become intimate with each other on a mental note too. Allergies, even though the doctor said I shouldn't have any, and forward and out, and 2 and 3. Just let your body go flow. Good. And 5, if you can only make a small movement. Good. 1 more, and 6. Good. All right, now forward and back. You should start to feel your joints warming up, okay? Forward and back, and 3. Remember, give yourself enough room. 1 more. Try not to have any distractions in the room, right? While you're working out. We have enough distractions through the day. All right. Okay, now our ankle. 1 and 2 and 3, and the other way. And the sun came out. Yay. Good. All right, shake it out. Okay, and now we're going to do our hula. All right, our hula. All right. Hula hoop. All right, so pretend you have that hula hoop on. All right. I think of myself in the backyard as a little girl, and hula. 1 and 2. The core is tight, the knees are soft. 3 and 4. Feel your tummy, make sure it's tight. And 6. And the other way, girls. 1. Come on, put on your best hula hoop. 3. Good. Oh gosh, you guys are good. 4, 5, and 6. Good. All right. Okay, we're all warmed up. So now we're going to start our routine. We're warmed up from the hips down. Okay, we'll do the other warm up when we start our upper body. All right, so now if you want to, like I was talking to Rose, and she said that she couldn't squat because her knees hurt. Well, and then so she lifted her thighs. But what she did, I said do it seated, but what she did was she did it standing. So that's also an option. All right. Okay, the rest of us are going to squat and extend. All right. So now if you have a chair behind you, you can see how low if you want to squat all the way to the seat, which is a deep squat. All right, a mini squat or a intermediate. All right. Okay, let's go for it. And 1 and lengthen, and 2 and lengthen. Remember, you could do these in the chair. 3. Good. And 4. I want to make the workout as personable as I can. That's why I give you all these options, okay? And 7. I work one-on-one with people. And 8. So it just, my mind goes that way. Good. We're all individuals. Sorry, my nose. And again. And 2. And 3. Good. And 4. Now I'm going to come take a peek. Keep going. And 5. And 6. And 7. Good. And 8. Let me see. And 9. Good. I'm trying to watch everybody. And 10. All right. 1 more set. 1. And 2. 3. Ling, you're going, is that Ling? 4. Can't see her name. 5. All right, I'll talk to you later. 6. And 7. Some of you are going way too forward like this. All right, I can't see the name. And 8. And 9. See how straight my back is? I'm not leaning forward. And 10. And a squat and a lengthen. Good. Or a thigh lift. 1 at a time though. Of course, or you'll fall right over. Okay. All right. Now remember, you're not over like this. That's too far over. All right. You're squatting. You're trying to work the lower back, the buttocks, and the back thigh. All right. Leaning too far over. You're not benefiting that area of your body. Okay. So now we have our next, which would be our back thigh. All right. So we've got a lift or a squeeze back. All right. All right, the rest is going to go behind the chair. Now you can use your chair. Now when the people who are bending too far over will actually see what they're doing wrong. Because when you go down, you can't lean forward, okay? And that's the way I want it, all right? So you're going to do your squat or your thigh lift, and then lift and squeeze. Good, and lift and squeeze. All right, let's go for it. 1, and squeeze. Now, if you can't lift the leg behind you, what do? You point your toe and touch. Good. You make it the level that's good for you. 5. Some days I squat lower. Some days I have more energy. You know, if you don't feel well, like with my ear for months now, my workout's always different, and that's normal. Good. How's the breathing, girls? Good. Nice. Rhythmic. And don't say I'm breathing. That's the answer that everybody likes to say to make me laugh. Good. And again, 1, squeeze, 2. Okay, I'm going to come back and look. Up and look. 3, squeeze, 4, squeeze, 5, squeeze, 6, squeeze, 7. You're going 2 straight down, Mary T. Is that? Yeah, you're 2 straight down. Yeah, not that far, honey. Good. Okay, that was good. Go ahead. There, better. You were 2 straight. You're not, your butt should be going out like onto a bar stool. All right? Not that you go to bars. And 10. All right, and again, and 1. Good. And 2. Good. And 3. Are you just bringing your foot back there, Marilyn V? And 4. Good. And 5. We're on our last set. And 6. And 7. And 8. 2 more. And 9. And 10. Good. And then a squat. Hold your arms out in front. Let's get a little isometric and some balance. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. We all need to work on balance. Okay. Okay, so now we got our inner and outer thighs, girls. All right, same thing. All right, so it's either a lift and a cross or a squat and a cross. Now, I noticed that in the video, this is what I was talking about for myself, I was not really crossing far enough over. So make a wider stance, all right, if you're not crossing over, because you want that range of motion. My range of motion was not great, so I'm going to try wider. At least the width of my chair, legs of my chair. I'm going to squat and cross. All right, so that's good for balance. If you could go a little wider, all right. If you can't, stick with the close. And 1, and cross, and 2, and cross, and 3, cross and squeeze. You're leading with your heel, right, girls? Good. And 5, and cross, and 6, and cross. And 7, butt goes out the back, and 8, and I'm coming up, and 9, and cross, and 10, and cross, and 1. Nikki, you're leaning too far over, and 2. There you go. You're gonna get that butt out the back, not your head forward, and 3, and cross, and 4. How's your back, Susan? I hope you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks.
Good. And 7. All right, everybody looks good. And 8. Good. Oh, Shu has something in her hand there. She's very creative. And again, 1 and cross. And 2 and cross. And 3. Lisa, slow down. 4 and cross. And 5. Good. We're doing great, girls. 6, good, get that squat in. And 7, is your core tight? And 8, and cross. 9. Okay, 2 more because I messed up. I want the 10th one to be on my right side. And a squat. Come on, can we do the squat? Lengthen. Good, you can wiggle your fingers for a little circulation. Good. All right, that's great for balance. And your isometric. Excellent. All right, we're ready for the outer thigh? Okay, I'm ready. All right, so the outer thigh, if you're seated, it's up, straight out at an angle, right? Your 45-degree angle, your heel touches the ground, and you squeeze that outer thigh. All right, alternating sides. The squatters will squat. Now your legs can be close because we're working the outer thighs. All right, so squat and lateral lift. So your foot is flat, all right? So your foot is flat. Okay, let's go. 1 and lift, and 2 and lift. Good. Lisa's better. 3. Good girl. And 4 and lift, and 5 and lift, and 6 and lift, and 7. Very good. Rose, you got that down. 8. You got that lift. Excellent. And 10. Very coordinated. And 1. That's a good sign. And 2. That means your mind and body are able to work together. So that's good mentally. Good. And 9. And 10. You know, this helps us from, you know, some people, well, genetically you can go into dementia, right? And sometimes no one in your family has it, and you wonder, how could this be, right? So when your mind and body stop working together, like crossword puzzles and all this stuff, but it has to be a variety, because if you do the same thing all the time, you know that it's now considered rote, right? All right, that was it. All right, squat. All right, let's go for it. Let's do our balance. Come on, girls. Balance. Good. Good. All right. Okay. Oh, good. Using those. Very good. We got a creative group here. That's. Oh, that was Joyce. That's my Joyce. Okay. All right. I gotta come close up to see. I know the bodies. I just gotta see close up. All right. Okay. Now we're doing our calves. Okay. So you want one weight in each hand. If you're seated, the weight's across your thighs. All right. All right. Okay, now at the end, I'm just going to check to see who likes to sit, because if you don't sit, I don't have to say both, and we could get more in. All right, so one weight in each hand if you're standing. I'm going to come up on the ball of our foot. All right, slow and steady though. You don't bounce up and down, okay? It's slow up, slow down. You count 1, 2, 3, and so in your mind, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go for it. I'm not having weights. And let's go. 1, good. 2, come straight up. Your legs are together. 3, and if you're seated, the weights are across your thighs. And 5, and 6, and 7. My girls in my class that I've known for a very long time, 7. I know when they're seated, they know the routine. They know that's the best they could do. They're doing 4 days a week because they're in my class at the fitness center, and they're here. Good. And 10. Good. All right, shake it out. All right, now we're doing the ballerina way, like Susan said, or Charlie Chaplin, right? Ballerina sounds nicer though. All right, we're going to come up on our heels. Remember, you don't have to have your heels together, but close enough so that you get your balance in too, okay? We're pumping that blood to the heart too. All right, let's go. 1 and 2. I'm not having weights, so my hands are on my waist. 3 and 4. We know the days that we don't want to use weight. It's not that we don't want to, that we can't. Let's not get lazy and say, I don't want to because I just don't want to. 7. It's the way you feel. 8 and 9 and 10. Excellent. All right, so we're hitting the calf at a different angle, right? Want to get that calf muscle, different angle. We want to shape and tone. I don't particularly have nice calves, so these help me. I enjoy doing it all 3 ways. Some people were born with beautiful calves, all right? That's why I don't really I wear long dresses or pants. Okay, toes in. A little vain, wouldn't you say? Okay, let's go. 1 and 2 and 3. I am in very, it doesn't have to be vain, but I got to work on that. And 5 and 6. We don't want to be vain. 7 and 8. Concerned? Yes. 8, 9, and 10. I keep saying, like, if I reach 100, I'm going to eat whatever I want. Okay, all right, good. Okay, you can put your weights down now, and we're going to do our shins, all right? Okay, so if you're in the chair, we're doing 1 at a time. Well, you could do both, but standing, we can't do both, all right? We're that would be impossible. Okay, so you're going to lengthen your left leg. You're going to point your toe and we're gonna point and flex. We really want to get the shin, all right? Okay, we want to get the shin and the ankle. Soft opposite knee, your base leg, which is the one you're standing on, it's called a base leg, all right? Your knee is, you're not hyperextending, which means you're not locking. Somebody asked me what that meant. Point and flex, and 3, and 4, and 5. Now, if you want to get balance, arms down your side, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. All right, let's switch. All right, ready? And point, and flex, and 3, and 4. I'm gonna come up, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. Jane, you're leaning to the side, dear. Don't lean. Good, a little more, Jane, a little more to your, good. All right, great, guys, all right. Okay, so now let's just throw some a little more balance in there, okay? So let's bring out our left leg, and you're either on the tightrope, all right, or the balance beam. So we go back to our school days for the balance beam. I don't remember doing the balance beam as a kid, all right? Or think of Trapeze, that movie, all right? I always say that movie because it was a good movie. It really was. If you ever can get it, it's a nice movie. Nice, clean movie. All right, point. All right, morally, because we're all Christian here, I think. St. John's and my girls. I know my girls. Woo, I'm having a hard time. All right. Okay, kick it out. Okay, all right, so we have completed lower body. That's great. Okay, let's go on to our upper body. So now we're going to stretch. We're going to do our warm up. I mean, all right. So we did them separate. All right, we did them separate Monday and Wednesday, but we're going to do them together. So we're going to come up. We'll place your fingertips if you can, or if you can't, sometimes your wrist can hurt if you try to bend from the wrist. I have very small wrists, so I always have problems with one wrist, okay? Because I broke this wrist when I was a young girl, all right? That's why, all right? So I probably have arthritis in the wrist. So as close as you can get, I'm going to come up and down and in and out and up, down, in, out, and 3. So a little coordination, good. And we're trying to warm up, down, in, and out, up, down, in. Some of you aren't going in, maybe you can't, and out. One more, up, down, in, and out. Good, all right. Okay, now we're gonna cross over with the whole arm and extend out, all right? So we're gonna do 3 with the fingertips toward the elbow, and then 3 elongated. Let's start with the elongated first, and cross. So remember, we're moving from the shoulders, girls, and 2. Good. And 3. We want to warm up that upper body, right? Okay, now the fingertips on or close to the shoulder, and over, and out, and 2, and out, and 3, and out. Good, let's circle now. 1, 2, get a good warm up. 3, and now in. We'll do these separately. Good, and now let's elongate the arm, and 1, and 2. You could go as big as a basketball or beach ball, or as small as a Spalding, right? Okay, good. All right, let's shake that forward and back. Good. All right, we're warming up. All right, remember now we have the other side. We're going to cross and extend. All right, let's go. 1, and out. And 2. Nice and graceful move, girls, okay? And 3. We were trying to be graceful, all right? Fingertips and cross. Just think of the ballerina. 2, and out, and 3, and out. Good, now we're gonna circle 1, and 2, and 3, and the other way, and 1, and 2, and 3, and lengthen. And 1, remember, small as a Spalding ball, or as wide and big as a big beach ball. And 3. Good. All right, now we're going to do our neck. Let's drop our chin, and let's circle back and around. 1. Good. Nice full circle. And then the other way. And the other way. All right. Okay, our joints should be all warmed up. We're ready to go. Get your band behind you, and we're going to do our crisscrosses today, all right? I'm following through on the Monday and Wednesday group. We did our crisscrosses. I am not going to use my band today, and we're going to criss and cross. All right. I'm having just a few issues, but because I teach a lot, so when you teach a lot, you know, and my age, of course, I mean, as you get older, you know, you do less of one thing and more of another thing. All right, so let's put the band behind. All right, your core is tight. You could sit or stand, and we're going to have it in line with our chest. All right, which is should be the strap of your bra. If your strap of your bra and back is too high, you're going to be lopsided. So make sure that bra is put on properly. All right, you don't want. Sometimes people have I could see their back of their bra is up here, okay, which then makes the front down here, all right? You want it even, okay? All right, let's criss and cross and 3. And that's helps your posture, right? I'm telling you because it helps your posture. I'm not telling you how to wear your bra, all right? It's just, it's concerning your, where you are, you know, with your balance and your shape, all right? You don't want to, it makes people's back hunched forward. That's it, okay? I got my words out. And again, and 1, let's squeeze, and 2, all right, let me check everybody out, and 3, good, and 4, good. Think of those chest muscles, 5, and 6, there we go, and 7, and 8, our tummies are tight, and 9, and 10. Nikki, if you could elongate your arms a little more, honey, at the elbow. You're young. 1 and 2. You got a little bit more of a bend in your elbow than I'm asking for. 3. We want to elongate. Good. And 4. Yeah. Don't use the band if you can't. 5. Yeah. Do like I'm doing without. 6. You can put the band down at any time. Just let it drop behind you. And 8. We want to strengthen 9, the muscles that surround our chest, right, girls? Good. All right, shake it out. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, all right, now we are going to do our back. All right, so now we're going to do a row, all right? So if you want this single weight, use the single weight, and we're going to do either the standing or the seated or the knee on the bench. All right, so we have some girls who like the bench. That's the gym version, all right? The benches at the gym, the flat bench, you would put your knee up and bend the opposite knee, and you're doing a rowing. You could row. You need to row at an angle, though. If you're seated, you could row straight back. But when you're on the chair, you really need that angle. So from the tip of the chair cushion up to the hip, all right? Hip bone, okay? All right, so pick which one you want. All right, I'm gonna come and watch, all right? Oh, okay, I'll show you which one I'll do, I don't know, what are more people doing, standing? All right, seated, okay, we have both. So I'm gonna do both. I'll do the standing version first, all right? Okay, let's go, girls. And 1, and 2, and 3. Okay, I'm gonna go onto the chair now. And 4, and 5, and 6, all right? We got both versions, and 7, and 8, and after class, if you need help, 9, and 10. What's this girl's name here? Manula, I can't say her name.
Lunge?
Yes, thank you. Too high, honey, too high. Way too high, way too high. You're going into your chest with your weight. You see your hand? Bring your hand lower. No, when you come back, go to here. You're going up here. All right? Got me? All right, I saw you. That's a habit probably from whoever you trained with or whatever. Lower, honey, lower. Here. You're coming here. No good. You're going to hurt your shoulder. All right? Better. And 2. And 3. Okay, I see 4. Marilyn B. Okay, that's not doing it, or I don't see her. 5, 6, 7. And bend your arm more. 8. You're not bending your arm enough. Your hand is low. 9. And 10. Jerry, you're coming way too high. All right, that was 20. All right, let's switch. Let's switch on 20. All right. My Marilyn from my class. All right, you coming too high too with your elbow. All right. After class, we're just gonna stay on if you can. So I could just show you the positioning, okay? Because a lot of you, this is harder for. I just suggest that you sit then. You know, I'm gonna say the majority of the class should sit. There's just 3 or 4 of you who should be standing, okay? All right, okay, let's go to the other side. And 1. And 2. Good. Until you learn how to do it. 3. And 4. Keep going. And 5. Let me check you guys out. And 6. And 7. Good. And 8. Some of you want to bring that elbow up and back. And 9. All right, we're going to go after class. You're going to have to take a minute and just stick with me. And 10. Good. And again, 1. And 2. Too high, Jerry. 3. You're bringing your elbow too high, honey. 4. Just relax your elbow. 5. Good, Joyce. 6. Good. Haig. Am I saying? I'm not sure how to say your name. Oh, good. I got to learn these names, girls. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Good. All right. Okay. Good. Did we get to 20? Susan, did we get to 20?
I think so. I was counting on this one. Sorry.
All right. That's it. Good. Very good. All right. The end of that. Okay. All right. So after class, if we just stick and just let's talk about this for a minute, okay? Before Susan takes, the charge of the room, just so I can tell you what you're doing wrong and we could just all I want to help you all, okay? I don't want you to do it the wrong way, all right? Okay, except for the people I said are fine. Okay, so now let's go to biceps. We just want to do everything right so that when we want to get the max out of your workout. And you know what? You do little microscopic tears in that shoulder, and after time, see this movement? After time, you start tearing little at a time. Those little microscopic tears are dangerous. Okay, all right, 1 weight each hand. We're going to alternate. All right, we're going to alternate bringing up from the elbow. All right, so if you got a light weight, you could stand. If you're dealing with the heavier weights to build a lot of muscle, then you sit. Okay, all right, because then your back will start rocking. All right, let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Good. Squeeze that muscle. 7. Good. And 8. And the wrist is tight, right? And 9 and 10. And again, core is tight, right, girls? And 2. Good. And 3. Mary T, don't bend your wrist, honey. Nice and straight. Your wrist is coming in like this. And again. And 2. And 3. Oh, I think I'm on 4. And 5. Good, good. And 6. We don't want to hurt the wrist, right? And 7. And 8. Good, good. And 9. Good. We're looking good, girls, with the biceps. And 10. Let's do another set. And 1. Since everybody looks so good. And 2. 3. 4. Shoe, slow down a little, honey. 5. Your form is excellent, but you want to go like aerobic. 7. And 8. Everybody's core tight, girls. 9. Good, good, good. Oh, you're focusing. Wonderful. 10. Excellent. We're all focusing. That's the main thing. Okay. All right. We are now on triceps. Okay. All right. We're going to do a double. All right. We're going to do, you can put your weights down and just shake out your arms. And then we'll start with the weights again. All right. So we're going to do a double press back since we're running a little late. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So instead of doing singles, it's still the same. We're going to press straight back. So everybody's moving from the shoulder. We're not using the elbow today because I need to work with you guys on that. All right, I want everybody to stay healthy. Okay, so 1 weight each hand, or just your fist, and we're gonna push straight back. So from the hip and back, you're not coming in front of the hip like this. This is swinging. That's a warm up. All right, we want to work with weights or at your fitness level, not your swinging for the warm up. All right, let's go. 1 and 2. I'm trying to get my words out too fast. Sorry, it was 3 and 4 and 5.
good. And 6, good. And 7. Jane, watch your back. You're a little hyperextending. 8, lean forward a little. Yeah, there you go. 9, good. And 10. You might have back problems, Jane. And 2, I'm not sure. 3, good. Don't swing forward, Francis. 4, don't swing forward. 5, you want to stay hip and back. 6, so when we start using weights, good, good. 9, everybody's good with this. And 10, one more set of 10. Hips and back, not in front of the hips. Nikki, you're going in front of the hips, honey. We want to keep it small and we want to keep it tight. 3 and 4 and 5. Excellent, girls. 6. All right, when you work out properly, 7. Susan, you're too fast going back and too fast. Slow down a little because you want to get that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, good. All right. Remember, I worked out with the Olympic guys. All right, that's it. All right, so they trained me properly. Okay, all right. So, okay, you can put your weights down, ready for stomach? All right, we're all gonna get it. Don't feel like what? Who's talking? You need
That's
me?
me. That's me. I said we're never ready for stomach.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, this is my favorite part.
I know, you always get excited on the stomach.
I know, because that's my biggest problem. I'm right to the belly. You gain a pound, and where do you see it? In the darn stomach. All right, being legs. All right, feet are flat, fingertips. We're advanced, elbows intermediate, and arms straight down. Now, just because you can't do here doesn't mean you're not doing it properly. It means you have an injury, or like I had, or there's always a reason. So do what works best for you, okay? All right, so I do the advanced because I can again. And we're gonna bend right, center, left, center. So you're nice and tall. All right, don't lean forward, don't lean back. Pretend there's a puppet string pulling you straight up so that your back is straight. All right, let's go. 1, center, 2, center, 3. Okay, so if this is the first thing you did today, worthwhile. All right, making your bed and all that is worthwhile too. So I'm saying for people who just sit and just, everything's really worthwhile, right? You meditate. Sometimes I try to get my rosary in before. That today wasn't that day. Good. 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, come on, let's work that waist. And 3 and 4. God gave us all a purpose, right, while we're here, right? Sometimes we don't realize our purpose until we're older. Some people are more keen, all right, more connected, all right, and they realize their purpose. Some people say they don't have a purpose, and that isn't true. You all have a purpose for being here, all right? 9 and 10. One more set, girls. And 1. Come on, get that waistline. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Those of you who your kids are grown, like mine, sometimes you feel like, oh, what's my purpose? And, you had a family, your children are now older, and you're, helping them or not. Okay, good. Okay, shake that. All right. Okay, and now we are going to go straight up the middle for the rectus abdominis, the whole length of the stomach, all right? Okay, fingertips, elbows, palms on thighs, all right? But remember, get that crunch right over, all right? Right over the center. I know some of the younger girls, you might want to go on the floor, but I suggest this is just as beneficial. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. I taught fitness I'm teaching fitness since my 30s, and I don't find there's a difference from when I was on the floor than when I was in the chair. And a lot of times when people have vertigo, it's easy for them to be in the chair because once you're on the floor, you start to get all dizzy, and actually you can actually get nauseous because of the spinning. 7, 8. Young people get vertigo too, again. And 1. Come on, drive that knee that thigh toward your chin. Good. All right, let's go for it. And 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. We're working on strength. We're working on toning. We're working on feeling better mentally and physically. It's not just about the physical, right? Because like I said before, I'm a little vain, all right? I'm in the fields that are just, you know, skincare and fitness, makeup, everything that makes you a little bit more vain. But I try not to go there. I try to be less vain, and then I always ask Jesus to help me with. Okay, very good. All right, shake it out. Okay, all right, now we're gonna sit back and we're gonna work from the stomach into the obliques, which is the waistline, right? They're called obliques, okay? All right, so we're gonna lengthen one leg and go over, and then lengthen the other leg and go over, all right? All right, so I'll be adding I add new things every, once in a while when I see you doing everything properly that I add, okay? All right, I just wanna make sure everybody's with me. Okay, let's go, and 1. Point and stretch. Okay, so now take advantage of stretching out those legs. So you get enough. So help. When you stretch out your bones, you're doing so much for your shape because you're working on slimming and toning. Good. So why don't you take advantage of that? You're not only working your stomach, but you're working your leg muscles, and you're coming from the knee joint. So you're getting those fluids to surround the joint because you're regenerating those fluids, right? Good. You need activity to regenerate the fluids, all right? If you, like I remember Gloria said, it keeps me from sitting on the couch. I said, yes, because when you sit on the couch too much, she's saying, I wish I didn't tell her that. One more on each side. 9 and 30. Good. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we are going to extend our legs. This is the one I added. You keep your feet on the floor, or you extend at a 45. And some of you backs that are really strong, you come straight out from your hip flexor. All right. My back is just not that strong anymore. So I'm going to lower. All right. And we're going to bring our fingertips. We do 3 different positions, fingertips, and we come straight over and we crunch. And 2. Now remember, you bring those feet to the ground. If today isn't a day for your feet to be extended. And 4. As long as you get the crunch in 5. I'll do half and half, 6, so people can see. 7. I feel it the same way. 8 and 9 and 10. Good. All right, now we're going to elongate our arms. I'll do half and half. I'm going to start lengthened. And 1. Come on, crunch it, girls. 2. Now everybody's shoulders should be relaxed. 3 and 4. Relax those shoulders. 5 and 6. Up. I was going to lower. And 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Okay, now we're going to cross at the elbow, relax the shoulders, and we're going to pulse. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Good. All right. We completed our workout. We're going to now cool down, which is part of our workout. We want to make sure we stretch out everything that we contracted. All right. We got to lengthen because we contracted and went into like a ball. Think of that, a ball. And then you want to lengthen. All right. Like a ball of yarn. And then when you start, wrapping the yarn, I know a lot of people are into crocheting and knitting now. Okay, all right, so we're going to get to the edge of to the middle of our chair. We're going to take our right hand, place it around our outer left, and we're going to turn nice and tall. And we're going to look behind. Just think of when you pull out of your driveway. This is really benefits people who are walking by, so you don't hit them. Good, and the other way. They make it very convenient for us now. They have the cameras in the back of the car and in the front. But just remember, don't always just depend on the camera, right? Human beings, we have to depend on ourselves too, because one day we might not have those cameras anymore, right? Okay, we're gonna hang through. Let's get our hips onto our thighs. Tuck your chin. Good. Oh, that felt good. That's the best lower back stretch you can do. So if your back hurts at night or in the day, do that little stretch, okay? All right, now we're going to bring our legs together. We're going to bring our left thigh up, hold behind your kneecap if you have problems with your knees, and let's circle that ankle out. Good. And remember, the stretches you can do, I would love for you to do the stretches every day. That would benefit so much because then you become more agile, right? You're not stiff. Okay, and we're going to sit today, all right? We're going to sit today. We usually sit and stand, but due to time constraints, we're going to lengthen, all right? If you want to stand, you can. But I prefer you sit because I really want to look at everybody's posture, okay? And over from the torso. And you actually learn better in the chair. And then as you advance in posture, then I say, okay, we could stand. All right, so you toe toward your face. And I'm going to come up on the other side and I'm going to watch everybody's posture and over. Good. All right. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Let me see. All right. Posture, posture, posture. Good. Great. Oh, you guys got this down pat. Everybody could stand. Everybody could stand. I can't see Marilyn V. Your upper body only I can see. So next time sit back. All right. Okay. All right, the girls have to tell you. Watch out for those sitting forward, girls. Okay, my cheerleaders, Sue and Shu. Okay, all right. Now we're going to do our wide stance. All right, we're going to push out. We're going to lift and come over. So here we are. Now remember, your joints are in line, girls. All right, and think what joints. All right. I'd love somebody to tell me the knee and the ankle. Right. All right. I got Sue and Shu. You could answer me, all right? Those two girls can answer me because their mics are on, I think.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, so Sue, you know by now what joints I mean, right?
Yep.
All right. So sometimes when I say it, you could go ankle and shin, and right? That would help. That would help. Push out. You said you. I got you working, Sue. So this is the beginner. Those who have knee and hip problems, and the rest can go over. Point your toe forward.
I think when we talked about it, I said I find the chair exercises in some cases give you a better stretch or sometimes a workout.
Right.
So, people think chair right away and they think, oh God,
I know. Because you know what? We live in a society where everything is like you look on TV and they're jumping around. And I have a younger girl in my class. She was like in her 30s. She said, how are they doing that? I can't even do that. So it's like, it's TV, girls. It's
right.
TV, all right. TV is not, reality. All right. TV is not reality. Remember that. Because a lot of people are hooked on TV and it's just, it isn't reality. All right, nice and tall, foot and flat. We're going to stretch out our front thigh, all right? All right, and let's get a little back stretch while we're up there, all right? Now we're going to clasp our hands. We're going to roll that navel in. We're going to roll that navel in so you feel it in the upper back, all the way down to the lower back once your hand hits your thigh. All right, let's scoot over to the other side. All right, so this would be like a standing lunge. The only thing different in the standing is that we get balance in, all right? Okay, that's the only difference, okay? Curl your toe in toward your back of your knee, right? And let's lengthen, get that blood flowing all the way down to the lumbar of the back, which is the lower back, the largest part of your spine, right? Curl in, roll in. Good. It's nice to know these things so that when you're working out, you say, why am I doing that? All right. And, sometimes it's nice to know why you're doing things because then you appreciate why you're doing it, right? Okay. Lower. Okay. Let's do our calf. Let's stand up and do our calf in the back of the chair. It's the only one we'll do standing. All right. Left leg back, front knee bent. You could use your elbows on the back of your chair or your palms. Just press into. I like my elbows. If your legs are longer, your leg has to go further back. Your feet are both full foot on the ground, toes are straight ahead. And you could tuck your chin and look, make sure that toe isn't turned out, all right? And switch. Don't turn those toes out, okay? Now, I am a stickler for form because that's the way I was taught, all right? I was taught by a gymnast and a couple of bodybuilders when I was in the military. I wasn't in the military. My husband at that time was. All right, good. Okay. And now we're back in the chair and we will stretch out our upper body. Okay. All right, let's lengthen our arms. All right, and lower, 45-degree angle, and turn the palm up and chest out and get a nice double chest stretch. All right, so you're hitting both sides of your chest all the way across. All right. All right, chin up if you want your neck stretch, jut out your jaw and get a nice neck stretch. Right. Good. All right, now your back is neutral. You're nice and tall. You're not leaning back anymore. You're nice and tall. Your arms are extended straight out from your shoulders. Turn your palm up, thumb back, and get that little muscle, that little bicep muscle. Bi means two, right? All right, good. All right, and now the tricep. Do your best you can, getting that elbow toward the ceiling. But remember, you can only go to here. That's fine. You take that other hand and you push. Gently. All right, now if you could only push this far, fine. I can, by the grace of God, I can get my elbow all the way up. This was the shoulder that was frozen on me for a while, and I didn't realize it was frozen, and it got so bad that I had to have injections into my bicep because the oral pill didn't work, so they had to inject it in. That's how severe it was because I just thought I injured my shoulder. I didn't realize that it calcified. Calcification is really painful. And I know some of you had it or have it or talked about it with me. I know Pat talked about it with me. Good, all right. So I can do almost everything with this shoulder that I could do with this shoulder. Still feel a little, oh, I can get it back there. All right, girls, let's bring our arm back behind us like this. All right, let's see how far. Wow, I feel a little pain in the front of the shoulder, but not like I used to. And let's do the other side. Let's go back, right? Now this one I have no pain, so because it wasn't the injured shoulder, right? Good. Okay, great. That was a good little band. Let's cross over. Make sure you don't lean to the side. You just go as far over your body will allow, and then you tuck your chest in. So you get a nice stretch around the shoulder blades, right? Let's circle that wrist out, and then circle the wrist in. Good, and switch. Okay, first focus on the muscle group that I'm working on, and then you add the wrist, all right? If you can't do two things at once, don't. Okay, good. All right, so now let's bring the chin over our left shoulder. Let's look behind us. All right, without lifting the chin, this is wrong. Straight across the sternocleidomastoid or your SCM is the neck muscle, right? Good, and the other way. All right. If you've gone to physical therapy, PT, you might know these, the SCM because they say it. If you have neck problems, all right. Now the weight of the head. All right, let the gravity take over. We always have to thank God that we had a good workout. He brought us together for a reason. I met Sue through Claire, and see, things happen. God gives us, there's a reason always. He's always there protecting us if we trust. We have to trust. Trust. All right, and around. And the other way. Good. All right, girls, let's take a nice, no, not a deep breath, but a breathe in. Okay, now we want to lengthen our spine. Let's get that blood flowing all the way down. All right, let's do some taps. Try to hit each finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then noodles wings. Lead with the heel of the palm. All right, now I'm going to take a deep breath from the belly because we never want the rib cage to fuse together. That happens to people, maybe not now, not in this generation, but years ago, all right, when people didn't know to exercise and lengthen. Deep breath so that rib cage never fuses together, all right? I don't know if that's a genetic thing, but I know I've seen it on students, and it is a problem. It's a major problem for breathing. All right, heel. Remember our national bird, our eagle. And then we're going to give a hug because that stretches out the upper back. And then we're going to twist. So we get from corner of the back into the shoulder, corner of the lower back into the shoulder. Good. Center, tuck your chin. Let your arms hang and dangle. Bend your knees. Let's try to get all the way to the tips of our shoes. And if you can, put those fingertips on the ground. You may have to bend your knees. That's okay. And roll up. And we're done. All right. Okay. Let's see where we are. I asked some of the girls. I was just concerned about your posture with the only one I worry about, the one that I saw a difference in, is when we did the back work. Okay. But sometimes it's hard for people to do it. Hi, Sarah. I know I still have to send you that. I'm sorry, Sarah. I have had this ear thing and I'm back and forth to the doctor, and one of those, like, okay, good. I don't want you